I want to bring in with me here our legal analyst, Enrique. Enrique, fairly quick decision by this jury. We waited last year for 5 days, and then it was a hung jury. They could not reach a verdict. Today, guilty on all counts. What are your thoughts at this point?
Well, I can tell you right now, Jim, what's taking place right now is, they already polled the jury, and after they get done polling the jury, I will tell you that the prosecution in this case will make a pitch to have Mr. Cosby's bail revoked.
Right.
And they will pitch that to the judge. They'll say, Judge, he is now guilty of all 3 charges. He faces a minimum of 5 to 10 on each and every last charge. Now, there's no mandatory minimums on this case, but they'll ask for his bail to be revoked. And when that takes place, the defense will then, already prepared, will start to argue all the reasons why his bail should not be revoked. He's not a flight risk, his age, his blindness, his health, and things of that nature. So
give him time to get his affairs in order, that sort of thing, but the judge could say absolutely not. He could go to jail today from this courthouse.
He could go to jail today, right now. The bail could be revoked, the bail could be raised, and Mr. Cosby could be given an opportunity to post that bail. And then what will happen is they'll start a pre-sentence investigation. That pre-sentence investigation will take a couple months. It'll be the time for the court to do a mock-up of Mr. Cosby, his background, and everything about him, and then for them to make a recommendation on what his sentencing should be, and then they will come back for that sentencing.
So the sentence, it's a maximum of 10 years on each count, and there are 3 counts that he's been found guilty. The judge could decide concurrent sentences or consecutive sentences, which obviously would mean he would spend the rest of his life in prison.
That would be a life sentence for Mr. Cosby. The one thing that Mr. Cosby has going for him at this point, if you want to say that, is the fact that these are not mandatory minimum sentences. So the judge has discretion. The judge can sentence him to probation, he can sentence him to house arrest, or he can hammer him and say that I'm going to give you 5 to 10 years on each and every last count, which is 3 counts. So he could be doing a minimum of 15 to 30 years, which obviously is a life sentence for Mr. Cosby.
All right,
Go ahead, guys. What do you need?
Jim Rosenfield, Enrique, just want to jump in here because